What the hell is that music? It's like fucking elevator music. Not into it. All right, I am late. Sorry. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Virgil, extremely fit. All right, anybody talking just now? CJ, Walter, what's up? Yeah, my bad. My daughter was being picked up by her grandma, so I had to say goodbye to my little baby. So that's what it was. What do we got going on? Marco, next time you talk to Schofield, tell him to put fight on keep up the great work. I mean, he told me. Here, I'll show you guys what he told me. He told me. I said, there's Kid Austin. I mean, it says Pops, but why won't this focus? There we go. I said, by the way, what happened was a food poisoning. He said, all the truth will come out soon. I will post all the facts when the labs come back. People will feel real stupid. So, the labs. That makes me think it's not food poisoning. Because with food poisoning, there's no labs. Labs is, they might think that it's some kind of an actual poisoning, not food poisoning. Food poisoning or viral stomach bug, it doesn't come up in blood work. I mean, you might have elevated T cells or whatever, like viral cell, viral immune response cells, but there's no like foreign bodies found. So I'm assuming he thinks there was actual poisoning based on him saying labs will come back. But you know how that is. Okay. So what do we got here? What do we got? What do we got going on? Who's up in here? Nobody's talking. 14 of you, nobody's talking. We need more than 14 though. That is the problem. 14 ain't shit. Champ, how are you? Okay. Been better, been worse. Excited for tomorrow. Excited for tomorrow. I wonder when I'm going to get either approved or disapproved for the tank fight. I feel like they might disapprove me, which will fucking suck. And I can't get it. I don't know anybody who can get me a press pass. I don't think. What's up, Lisa? What's going on? Predictions. Which ones specifically? Let's go down. Let's go down the list. Which one specifically? Arm Planet. Nice name. Let me see. Who you got there? The Charlos? I got Bakole, man. Although I am a little discouraged by Bakole's physique or lack thereof. Dude got a little pot belly going on. He's taking the fight on a couple days' notice. Might not be the best move, but we'll find out. Ness might get me one. I'm gonna wait to see if they disapprove me. I'm gonna hit up somebody and see if they could, because But I don't want to go if Ness wants me to like work for him. I'm not doing that. If he wants me to go and like take pictures for TBV or take videos, I'm not doing that. Like I'd rather just not go, because I do my own content. So Blue Blood said he would have got me, but it was too late. He already gave it to somebody else. The whole main car, Mr. Gumbo, there he is. Bakole, man. Bakole will stop, most likely, Parker. I think Parker is not as good as he's being given credit for at this stage in his career. He was kind of dope. When he fought Anthony Joshua, you should watch that fight. He looked good. He was good movement. He was doing some slick shit. He didn't almost win, but he looked good. African giant. He's going to consume a Saudi camel in the celebration of his KO. And that, even though you're black, is still...
Oh, that's racist.
But might be true. Might be true. He's like, what is this camel meat you speak of? Because there's no camels in fucking Africa. I don't think. No. Boxing lounge, no. From what I understand, he was in the Congo, his home country, building houses or something like that, doing the real estate. No. And you look at his belly, shit. Stoppage. I got Madrimov decisioning Virgil, but I am pulling for Mr. Ortiz. Word up. How are you? Are you way better than a lot so-called? How are you? You are way better than a lot of... Appreciate you, man. Marvino. Well, I'm not a reporter. I don't do news. That's this thing. We analyze fights here. We talk about legends. We talk about current events, but I'm not a reporter. Like, I'm not going to put out... Have you ever seen me once put out a video being like, Kid Austin fallen ill, Shakur replacement, Shakur says she's lying, and Austin says he's poisoned. Like, you don't see me doing that shit because that's not what I do. Big up, Drummond. Okay, just making sure. I seen a pick up Bakole at the airport with skinny jeans. Yeah. He had skinny jeans and his belly was busting out. He looked like an ice cream cone. Soft serve ice cream cone. Bakole must be at least... that I don't know. Yeah, he looked at least 15, 20 pounds heavier than when he was almost 300. So, yeah, you might be right. You might be right. And he might drop down in the next few days, but I don't think it really matters. Maybe he just doesn't want to look like a sloppy fuck. Yeah, but Isaiah, shape doesn't mean shit. You ever hear of Bruce Seldon? You ever hear of Jimmy Thunder? Even, and not to shit on my man Shannon Breaks, because he was a great fighter. I'm not even going to use him. But James Thunder and Bruce Seldon, they look like bodybuilders. And they were fucked up. Well, Lisa, of course you got to go with Shakur, and I'm not sure how he's going to beat him. But I am sure of one thing. That fight's going to be...
Boring!
No way Parker losing to no skinny jeans. All right. Why don't you put... I got 10,000 on it. Put your money where your mouth is. 10,000. Some channels do that. They'll start betting the fucking chat. Getting all crazy. I never bet. So, obviously, I was kidding. All Padley can do for Shakur is hold his pads. Oh, that's why his name is Padley. What's up, Michael? Shakur looks more ripped than he usually does and strong. Well, Lisa, sounds like you might have a crush. I wish I had a sound effect, but I don't. Shakur good looking dude? Do girls think Shakur's good looking? I don't know. I would say no, but it's not really my thing. Alberto would be better at telling us. Who's the dude who came in here and said that Ryan was a sexy? Oh, he doesn't come in anymore. It was a Trash Game Dev, I believe. Remember that? I don't know if any of you guys were even in here for that. That was the early days of the podcast. Sorry, sir. You still better. Love the way you... Appreciate you, man. No, I wasn't shitting on you. But what you're saying is right. I think I'm better because I'm not a news channel. Marco, I will be when I get the ESPN show, though. It'll be news, but it won't. I guess I might have to talk about shit like that, but just touch on it. I'm not gonna like... There's a way you could report something, talk about something, and not be gossipy about it. You know what I mean? You preserved the six-pack. Yep, sure did. I feel as if Bakole... I mean, I had like a 4-pack. My stomach... You know, some dudes are just like, I can get 4. I never got the other 2. The top 2. And the top 2 weren't bulging. It was like, I'm like slim and slender. I was never like ripped. I mean, my arms and my back from boxing, yes, but not my stomach. I feel as Bakole is going to have to win this situation if he beats Parker for. Yeah. I'm thinking about snack. He might be on the Crawford snack. I'm married boxers. Physique tell me a lot. I don't get it. What does your being married have to do with boxers physique telling you a lot? What does it tell you? You think that oh, you're saying you don't have a crush on him. Well, look, married people can have crushes, harmless crushes. Just this. I meant more like, do you think he's a good-looking dude? Like, I could tell my wife I think girls are good-looking. It doesn't mean I'm gonna go bang them. Physique doesn't tell me a lot. I'm telling you, like, you're right. Usually the physique matters, but shit. John Ruiz, not John Ruiz, Andy Ruiz. Need I say more? Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua. Bodybuilder, slovenly overweight fella. And look what happened. So it doesn't always mean shit. As a matter of fact, it means is less than you think. I could think of a bunch of fighters. Shit, look at Larry Holmes later in his career. Look at Tony Tubbs. Like, some of these dudes, at Buster Mathis Jr., some of these dudes could keep punching and punching, even heavy. James Toney wouldn't get tired in a million years. Look how fat he was at the end of his career. The best dad ever. What's up? What up, blood? I don't think any man is attractive except... okay. Well, that's cool. I think Lisa's saying when a man lets himself go, she's passing about I don't know what she's saying. The only time it doesn't matter is at heavyweight. Okay. You ever see Roberto Duran fight? He won a middleweight belt. He didn't have a muscle in his body. You see what I'm saying? And this is usually true, CJ, but not always. But that's exactly my worry about Bakole, is exactly what you're saying. And I don't think it matters what weight he's in, because you let yourself go, you let yourself go. You want to be lighter on your feet, especially when you're already way heavier than everybody else. Even if Bakole got ripped, we're talking what, 270, 260? You know what I'm saying? You'll still outweigh everybody. What the proportions of the physique? Usually you can tell. What about the proportions of the physique? Usually you can tell the type of structure. So, yeah. What's up? 30 watching, 30 likes, simple math. You the man. Wait, do we have 30 likes? Let's see. Let me refresh it. That'd be dope if we do. I doubt it. No, 17 likes. Well, thanks, Farrell. Thanks for trying. These dudes don't give me likes. Bakole is a hard fight for anyone. Except, apparently, Michael Hunter. I didn't see that fight, though. I should watch that fight to see what kind of... what we're dealing with here. You didn't show up yesterday, last night, even though... I did show up, Remy. Did you really have a steak dinner? Oh, for me. No, I showed up. Just way later. Had a little family matters come up, but I came down after. I was 17. 17 with what? Do you think bare knuckle is easier on the human brain since the damage can't... Why can't it accumulate? What you mean? Why would you think it doesn't accumulate? Unless there's something of the rules I'm unsure of. UFC doesn't accumulate. You get rocked once, they stop it. But bare knuckle is like normal boxing. The only difference is you can hold and hit. Ray Mercer wasn't fat though, Drummond. Ray Mercer wasn't ripped, but he wasn't fat. We're talking people who are like fat. Have like tires. Coley suffered a shoulder injury versus Michael Hunter. It definitely impacted the outcome. That's what I'm hearing, Eric. But I gotta watch it. I'm breaking down a Jake Paul sparring video as we speak. I know. But I think it'll get a lot of views. I think people want to see that shit. My breakdowns are fun. I love doing my sparring breakdowns. problem is it's not that much sparring. I can't really do fight breakdowns because I get flagged. He adjusted from the Hunter fight. That's what allowed Bakole to improve. If he fought Hunter again, he would beat him. Well, he should do that. Tim Witherspoon wasn't fat either. Young Tim Witherspoon? Now you're wilding out. I know Tim personally. It's a big fucking dude. Super friendly, too. Great personality on him. How can Madrimov, how can he win? Break it down. I believe he'll have to box. He'll have to do the Bud Crawford shit. I believe he does that, he will win. And I believe he will win because I believe he will do just that. Because you go to sleep quicker, bare knuckle. CJ, unless you have some statistical evidence to support that, which I'm unaware of, is there proof? Are there more knockouts in bare knuckle? Because I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Let me explain something to you. Physics. You're a smart dude. Physics. If a larger, heavier mass collides into something and a smaller, lighter mass collides into something, which one will cause a bigger explosion, more energy dispersed, and a bigger ripple? The larger one, right? It's the same thing with fists. Gloves add at least 10 extra ounces. Now, it's softer, but in terms of the brain and the blunt force impact, it's more. Simple physics. It's with the gloves, it's a larger, heavier mass. Now, the only thing that gloves do, so the punch is harder. And I did a fucking research on this, people. I should pull it up. The overwhelming majority of brain damaged legends, because I went and I pulled up videos of every legend I could find. Jack Dempsey when he was older, Joe Louis when he was older, right? You know, Jake LaMotta, all these guys up to today, and listen to them talk when they're, you know, in their 50s and older, so you get an idea if anything kicked in. And the overwhelming majority of people with brain damage occurred in the 8 and 10 ounce glove era. Dudes in the 30s and 40s and 20s, even 50s and 60s had way less brain damage. The legends ended up with way less damage. And they fought more rounds. The only thing that changed, the size of the gloves. I really believe that the bigger gloves are worse. What they do, I said do, is they do help on defense, that they do help you block a punch. So now when you're blocking a punch, there is more, first of all, more circumference, more area, and also thicker padding to block a punch. So they slightly help defensively, but offensively, it's like handing somebody a bigger bat. You get what I'm saying? I hate to agree with Ness, but Marco, how is Tank going to fight? I'm talking about something else. Get out of here. You can have skills, but when you peak physical condition, you're better. What about Butterbean? What about him? Francois Botha, that's actually a good one, Drummond. But he wasn't fat. Like, he didn't have a flap hanging over. He was just not ripped. That's a good one. Francois Botha, now you're getting somewhere. It was a fucking hypothetical, you dipshit. That would have been dope, though. He could have totally done that. Tank could easily fight. It might actually, the contract might have not allowed that, though. That I never thought of that. Contracts now might be like, you can't have a fight in between. But he could hypothetically go in and fight. Dude used to fight once a week back in the day. Sugar Ray Robinson had fights once a week. I hear you, but a boxing glove punch is also dispensed over a larger surface area when we're talking physics. So, but it doesn't matter if it's a larger surface area. What matters is the impact, the force, the centrifugal force of the impact. That's what matters. It's simple physics. You drop a 10-pound rock, it's going to hurt more than a 5-pound rock. Now, people might think, oh, it's only 10 ounces. It matters. I've been in the ring, guys. And I'm going to tell you right now. Do you know what ounce gloves we spar with typically? What the average person spars with? This is an actual question. Somebody answer it. How many pro fighters I'm going to do my weight at, I believe it's middleweight or it's maybe welterweight or over, fighting 10-ounce gloves. What weight do you think the average sparring glove is? Remember, people fight in 10 ounces. There you go. Okay, so that's correct. The correct is anywhere between 16 to 20s. Generally, they're 18s. So now we are doubling, literally doubling the size of the glove when you spar. That's another reason why people say that sparring is what creates all the fucking mileage and brain damage. Not only because you do it more. Now, again, it does give you a bigger circumference area and more padding to block punches. But when you get hit, I've been in the ring, guys, thousands of times, man, maybe not thousands, hundreds of times. And the difference in the way a sparring glove feels and a pro glove feels, even an amateur glove. My amateur's gloves, I believe, were 12s or 14s, I forget. One feels like you're getting hit with a cinder block, like douche. The other one feels like a little rock, like ah. I'm telling you, it's different. The other ones are easier to land because the glove is smaller. You can get through the guard better. I'm telling you, the size of the glove matters and negatively matters. Damn, you just cracked it. Cracked what? Best fat man was Tony Tubbs. Best fat man was not Tony Tubbs, but he's up there. Tony Tubbs gave Mike Tyson problems. He finally fought somebody who was hands almost as fast as his and as low to the ground. Tubbs was fucking dipping and slipping, making Mike was swinging it air like he's trying to hit a Nolan Ryan fastball. Tubbs was giving Mike problems until Mike hit him with that twist and bap, took him out. Remember he gave him the fucking short-circuited the hinges in his knees with one of those shots? Did anyone change their picks? I didn't see the weigh-ins. You need to have a match on Border Wars. Why? Well, at least I can't. I was a pro, so I'm instantly disqualified. I can never fight amateur. Once you go pro, you can't go back. It's like telling an NBA player that they should go back and play college ball. You just can't do that. It's illegal. You said douche. I did? Which hurts more, horsehair? I don't know if I've ever been hit with horsehair. I probably have back in the 90s and 80s, but I wouldn't have known the difference. I went to a fucked up gym and I sparred a dude who had box gloves and I had 16 ounce. 18 ounce. I don't know why I said, but they look like a BOX, but it's 18 ounce. Dude hit me on the arm and I got a bruise. Size of the glove matters. The dude hit you on the arm and you got a bruise. That doesn't mean that you're not getting hit with more force. Okay? Somebody can have, I'll put it to you this way. You can have a pillow that's heavy, very heavy, like a 100-pound pillow dropped on you. It won't leave a bruise, but it'll knock you out and break your fucking neck. So you get what I'm saying? It's about the amount of weight coming at you. And when we're dealing with boxing, we're dealing with the brain getting slapped up against the skull. And all that takes is blunt force trauma. Okay? A purple nurple will leave a bruise. Bruises, it doesn't mean that it's hard. The skin bruises easily. That's not a good point. I shouldn't say it's not a good point. It's a good point. It's just not, it's different. We're talking about what causes long-term brain damage. I mean, I don't know how you're arguing with me. It's very, you're really telling me that if you get hit with a 10-pound weight, it's going to hurt less than a 5-pound weight? I mean, that's what we're doing here. Sparring gloves, especially, are double the size of fight gloves. And, unless you're in there, you can't fucking, when you're in there, you feel the difference. Now you can go to the Olympics. Now they're allowing pros, but for the longest, they did not. Rocky Marciano didn't go pro and go back. What are you talking about? Rocky Marciano retired. What weight? Me? Same weight. I'm the same weight. I've been the same weight, Lisa, for 30 years. 165-ish, give or take. 4 pounds. I knocked a dude out within 4 or 5 shots using 4-ounce gloves. Those aren't gloves. Those are mittens. Are you going to show up tonight? If so, chat's going to have a seafood dinner. Yeah, I will. I'm going to see the movie with the family, but I'll be back. We're seeing an early movie, so it should be around 10 o'clock or so. I'll be back. Could you take Charlie Z? Yeah, I'll fuck Charlie Z up. Based on weave texture, horsehair isn't that soft. I believe it. What's up, D-Wayne? D-Wayne's insane in the membrane. 4 more likes. Let's get the likes up. What's up, Kyle? My man. Roy Jones Jr. is the best to ever do it, in case they forgot. Well, they might have forgot. So I think what we need to do is we need to remind them. You know what I'm saying?
I must have forgot.
Synthetic weave isn't made from horsehair. It's like a plastic fiber material. They got the gel gloves. I don't like those at all. Like, you can't fight with those. Those are more for bag. D. Wayne in the membrane. Legacy. What's up? What's up? What's up? Marciano had a couple fights pro, fought Corley Wallace as an amateur, lost, and went back to the pros. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, Joe, but if it is, that was in the 50s. Things have absolutely changed since then. Winning gloves are the best. Word life. Did you ever knock somebody? Yes. Yeah, come on. Like eyes closed, like breathing all fucked up. I can hit hard. You guys don't. You guys must think because I put up the videos where I'm like, check the video on the power machine. Check. I'm gonna show you guys right now. You guys keep fucking with me. I'm gonna show you right now. Let me find it. Now it's gonna take me forever to find it. That's the problem. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. All right, let me just make sure. All right, here. This is me. Oh, but I don't know, month or two ago. All right, here we go. Breaking the record. Let's see that again. Now watch. When I throw this punch, I don't wind up. A lot of people, even Tank, they take a step back and they run and they jump into it, which makes it harder. This is off the vert. This is off the vertical leap. Look how hard I hit this shit. And by the way, the record there, I broke the record. I broke the record before. I just used this video because I had a better reaction from the kids behind me. Look how I'm scaring innocent bystanders. I'm scaring the public with the power. This is me at 48. Boom. See, so that's 900 something. That's 900 something. And you saw that. It's off the vert. There's no wind up. There's no sloppy running into it. There's no throwing so hard that my balance, I'm falling. None of that. And if I did that, I probably hit it harder. I'm saying. And the form, you see how I punch down? When you punch down, you get the most. I'll tell you one thing. If that machine was lower and I could throw a straight right hand, it would have been even harder. Straight right hand's the hardest shot anybody could throw. That's fucked up, Lisa. That's rude. I'm slow. That looks slow to you? Okay, you're just trolling. Where is that? I'll go over there and beat your score. Yeah, okay. It's at a mall. So, yeah, I'm saying, like, I could crack still. And it's important because most people, I'm telling you, the wind up is so different. If I wound up, the highest I ever got on that machine was, I almost beat that. It was like 996. It literally almost hit 1,000. That video was AI. You paid that dude to take a dive. I paid the kids. I was like, here's $5. The punch machine is all about connection, not power. Leo Santa Cruz and Garcia hit. Okay. Thanks for trying to shit on my accomplishments. Power's last thing to go. True that. And by the way, you could see how hard I hit it. The shit sounded like a shotgun. You saw the impact. You saw the machine rattle. That's obviously, I don't know why you're hating. Good form. You turn over. Thank you. I seen your vid on NBA Brawls and Shaq's story. Yeah, man. Shaq reposted my shit for me. Shaquille O'Neal is my man. Hopefully he'll be at the tank fight. We'll be chilling, me and him. No, Zhang gets knocked out, Joe. This hoodie? This is from Roots of Fight. You see that? ROF. It stands for Roots of Fight. They have a website. They have dope shit. Not just boxing. They got like, they have a lot of cool shit. They have like Bruce Lee. They have like baseball. Yeah, go to them. They sponsored me. That Smoke J dude just, yeah, I know. I don't know. He does that though, Alberto. He comes in and says negative shit sometimes. Here we go. I'm not saying you know hit hard. I'm just making it clear about the machine. That's not true at all. Of course, it's about power. Impact and power are the same thing. What I don't like about the machine is it's measuring the momentum and power off the bounce. Because first you hit the thing. That's where the most power is, the highest amount of impact is when I first hit that little speed bag. But then the speed bag flies up and then hits a sensor, and the sensor is what measures the power. So you're losing shit. And, I would like to get a machine, which they had one, I think the UFC did, where you're just hitting the sensor itself, the scale, direct. That'll give you the best at that, but that's hard to do because you got to make that soft, because if you hit that something like that that's solid like that, you'll break your hand. You're old to me. You're my father's age. No, I know you weren't. I'm just playing. Actually, I think I'm older than your father, right? Isn't he 1 year older, or 1 year younger than me? Marco, what's up, brother? Can't wait for tomorrow. Word up, Quinn. They say Mark Hale couldn't crack an egg. Haha, that's what they say, but I just proved that. That's why I did that video, because people see my bag videos where I'm throwing like fast, snappy punches, and they're like, "Oh, you can't punch." Oh yeah, really? Okay. And you know what's funny? All my bag videos get a lot of negative comments. Oh, keep your hands up. That's the biggest one. Or, oh, that's weak. Oh, that's guard. Oh, that's soft. Oh, all speed, no power. I put up that video. I literally have had almost no negative comments on that. None. Nothing anybody can say. That's when you know you're doing some shit. When even the online trolls. I don't think I got one negative comment on that power punch video. Especially when I'm scaring innocent bystanders. Come on. Come on. The sensor in Rocky 4. Yes, something like that. Something like that would be way more effective. Does Leo hit harder than Garcia? My son's name is Leo. I'm like, because, well, you have to understand that that's one punch they're throwing. In that specific punch, yeah, I guess he did. But again, you do know have to hit that machine. So you slightly have a point. You have to hit that machine a certain way because, like I said, it's measured on the bounce, not on the sensor. But that's one punch. If they did it, does Leo hit? And the Garcia, maybe he did. Maybe he does. I don't know. But you got to do it 3-4 times because not everybody knows. I've seen dudes swing at that machine and completely miss and fall on the floor. There's also, you have to learn how to hit it. Yeah, the USC built one. That's what I'm talking about. That's measured. Francis Ngannou was the hardest puncher in the world. Even though nobody else did it besides UFC people, he got the highest score. Punching down, Marco. See if you get a 9. Hit that bag from slightly above center. Punch. I did punch down. Didn't you see it? The thing is, if I was taller, I would get more power because I can't get my shoulder. So I can't get my shoulder behind the punch. If you can have this is a little tip for all you guys who fight. If you can have your shoulder lined up directly with the target, especially when you're throwing a straight right, that's going to be the most power. Mike Tyson showed us that. So with that kind of bag, my shoulder's here, the bag is all the way up here. So there's no way I can get my shoulder aligned with it perfectly. If I was able to do that, like I was doing it with one of my boys. He's like 6'4". He had his shoulder lined up. He was hitting harder than me, but then I finally beat him. Mind you, He's 6'4". He's like 230. I'm way lighter than him. I'm 165, and I still ended up beating him. But that's a big thing. If that bag was lower, if I could adjust it to go lower, like if they let you adjust it, I would do 999. I did 996 before. I didn't take a picture of it. This was years ago, but I did it. Who's Lisa's pops? Jeremy Williams. Remember, I called Parker T. I'll remember that. It's not going to happen, but I'll remember it. Alex Pereira hit harder than France. Oh, did he? I thought it was Ngannou who had the highest one. I don't know, Lisa. I don't really know either of those fighters. Don't know much about them. Facts, Marco, my friend who's 6'1" has more leverage than me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's about punching down. That's why when you saw me do it, I went down. But I mean, punching down gives you the most power no matter what. And you heard how hard my shit sounded. Parker's trained to be that big. It's not like he just showed up bigger. You ready to get back in the ring for a charity event? The money's right. As far as me coming in to hate, many of y'all say way more hateful things to me, but hide behind, I'm just trolling. Who the hell says hateful things to you? Nah, you don't hate, man. Sometimes you're a little, what's the word? Like you go against the grain. You don't hate though. I wouldn't say you're a hater. I was kidding. I didn't mean you're literally a hater. What's your opinion on Ryan Garcia? I feel he looks good. He looks good in moments, but he never has me believing he can go long reigning. We got to see the rematch. Hell yeah, I'd fight Jake Paul. I mean, depends how much money. I'm not going to fight him for like $1,000. The machine for women? Okay. I didn't know they had a machine for women. Hosting amateur fights? What do you mean by hosting them? Francis' score was 1-2-9. Pereira's. Oh, wow. Eddie Hall? Who the fuck's Eddie Hall? How many street fights? A lot. A lot. Back when I was younger. I haven't had street fights since probably high school. But before that, like, especially when I was really young, like anywhere from starting at being like 8 all the way up to like 15, 16, a lot. Smoke, we all keep it a lot, mostly in school too. Because that's where, when you're that age, that's really where you're at. In school and then, or outside of school, like in the street. Smoke, we all keep it. Boxing talk, only troll blabbing about his feelings, trolling CJ Rich. These guys going on each other's. Yeah, that's a. Yeah, you're right. You're right. What do you say? Oh, CJ got my back. It's okay. You don't have to block him. Will you be doing any live broadcasting? I don't think so. I'm going to be hanging out with former super welterweight champion Yuri Foreman. So I'll be watching it with him. Marco, CJ blocked some dude for saying you hit edges. Yeah, I don't think they should have blocked him. Marco, why does Alberto keep trying to... I think he likes you. A strongman competition lifter also has a few boxing matches. That makes sense. Hopefully you get a pass to the Tank fight. You're a big fan of his. Somehow that sounds like corny. I don't think I'm a big fan. I love watching him fight though. But him as a person, like, I just want to go to the event because there's not that many events at the Barclays Center, which is, close to me. And I like, because there's going to be a lot of people there. It's fun. It's part of my industry. Can you talk about Parker's experience versus Bakole's raw power? Well, Parker has experience, but he's lost to almost all of his big competition, and except his last 2 fights against guys who weren't really thorough. I think his last 2 fights, which are what put him back on the map, I believe they're a bit of an illusion. I don't think he'll be able to do that against a live body. He fought dudes who were not fighting back. He's 33, so he's not that old, but he kind of is old. He's been in the game a long time. He's been in the game probably, if he's 33, probably since he's like 19. So I think Bakole's power and hunger and size will overwhelm him. I was most excited for the Ortiz fight. Now it's Bakole. Yeah, Bakole will be dope. CJ, you come here. All right, I'm not doing that. Bakole was the new Bo before Hunter. The new Bo? I never heard that. And people are calling him Foreman now. Yeah, I'm not with that either, Joe. The way Bakole beat Anderson, shaking my head. I'm not sure if Parker will win. That's what I'm saying. Now, granted, Parker's not Anderson, but the host can decide if I'm being disruptive or good. Not a child. Nah, you don't need to block people though for things like me like that. Only if it's like blatantly disrespectful. Parker is levels above Anderson though. Is he though? I mean, experience-wise, yes. But what if Anderson fought Parker? Who do you think will win? Not the version of Anderson. Well, and this new version of Anderson isn't, you know. I got Bivol. Hope Bakole's been in the gym. Doesn't look like it. Parker's got this. I wasn't impressed with Virgil's last performance. Neither was I. Okay. I agree. Anderson was all. I don't know if he was hype. He just, skill-wise too. Big Baby didn't beat anyone. No, he didn't. Parker won easily. My man, the myth, the legend. Peace. Just you for now, but we appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Parker walks through Anderson. I assume you meant to say, right? Or to him? What are you trying to say there? When Anderson stepped up, Charles Martin nearly stopped him at the end. Yeah, that's true. He did beat Charles Martin, but it was ugly. I forgot about that fight. Yeah, I guess Anderson wasn't really. We were just starving for an American heavyweight. Still can't get one. Yep, I agree with you. Every time somebody loses, people do call them hype jobs, but they're not. They're not. Hype job is like Jake Paul's kind of a hype job, but not really when you look at him. But a lot of fighters are in the same boat as Jake. They just don't have all their build-up fights aren't in the fucking worldwide spotlight. You look at Jake Paul. Well, he has one loss, 11-1 or whatever, 12-1. 9 knockouts. It looks impressive, but then you look at who he fought, and his is a little worse because it's not even real boxers; it's like MMA fighters. Sometimes injuries happen or not happen. Yep, that's true. Boxing's too quick to do that, to shit on people. A lot of tribalism. Oh, he was a hype job. Or, I'm a Tank fan. Oh, you must hate Devin Haney. It's like, I don't make them rivals. That was the thing for a while. Devin Haney fans hated Tank and Tank fan. And it's like, people would become a Tank fan, not even so much about Tank, because they hate Devin so much. It's like, it's such a weird dynamic in boxing. Weird fucking dynamic. Never saw what was special about Anderson, but media was still. I mean, I get you. I'm with you. I saw it, but I also didn't. He was rushed. Was he rushed into? Nah, he wasn't. He was ready, man. Dantra, what up? Lisa spoke facts. We do have an American heavyweight, undersized American heavyweight. I know he's 6'2", 220, but he strikes me as somebody who could fight cruiserweight. 6'2" is not big for a heavyweight, especially if you're only 220. You truly are the king of the voiceovers. Thank you. You talking about my videos, I assume? Tank is a hype job. That's all right. I like you, Kyle, but that is
Get the fuck out of here!
not true. USA is Torres, but he's too small. What are your thoughts on him? Yeah, I think he should go down to cruiser. Jake is a AC hack? AQ hack? What's that mean? AQ, that's what that says, right? Yeah, I don't know what that means. Tank isn't a hype show. That's what I'm saying. Mike was not 5'11", Alberto. Mike is 5'10". I met him. I'm 5'11". He was shorter than me. Lamont will be 7th world champ. Tank fought now. He's a hype job. If you're a Canelo fan, you hate Benavidez. They're fans of boxers, not boxing. There are so many good fighters. Anyone can beat. Fighting at the lead up is, yep, she's right. Were you Golden Gloves? Yes, I got second place in the Golden Gloves. Oh, a hack. In 1993. What's the most exotic food you've ever tried? I don't know. Jake Paul's resume is better than Tank's. No, it's not. Get out of here. Tank low-key hype. Oh, come on. Oxtail. Yeah. Tank is not hype. That's not true. Tank beat Santa Cruz. Pedroza Barrios. Yeah. Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson. His resume's big shout once again to my man Kyle Panel. Hit me with the extra crispy 5-piece. As always, extra napkins and barbecue sauce. Thank you. I like trolling Tank fans. He's a monster. It's all fun and games. Yeah. Tank fans are very aggressive, I've noticed. They get really pissed off. Marco, can I borrow 619? No. I'm a Tank hater. No, you're not, are you? Are you really? Why? Damn, where that? We just went from 50 to 23. What the hell happened? Tank hype until proven otherwise. Oh, maybe didn't Ness just go live? You guys all leaving me for him? That's the problem. I don't like that half of my viewers are fucking TBV from TBV because they'll always go to him. I try not to go live when he's live. I don't know why he's live right now. Maybe he's doing. I think he's doing the Border Wars thing. You hear that? That was actually Tank Ness ringing me to join the live with him to be the co-host. But obviously, I can't do that now. Yeah, that's why. Oh well. People want to leave, they leave. How far do you think Shiraz? I don't know much about Shiraz, truth. They're talking about. Lisa, did you find me through TBV or did you find me organically? You the man, Oval. You the man. Appreciate you. I didn't leave. I never leave. Well, yeah, I know. You're not. Tank stole Lisa's purse and had the nerve to wear it in public. Stole Lisa's purse. I just saw Bivol being interviewed on Sky Sports. He looks like a cat on a seek and destroy mission. The look in his eye tells me that he's going to be very tough. Yeah, he is tough. And what I like about him, it's kind of like me. I didn't talk shit. I just knew, like, this is bullshit. Like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You try and fucking outwill me in the ring. Fuck all this talking. But when I was younger, I would talk shit. But as I got older, it's like, nah. You the man, CJ. Keem. Too experienced. Wait, so Ness can buzz you in? He got an alarm. Nah, that was my cell phone. Shiraz by KO. Book it. Okay. Oh, you did? Okay. I thought the same exact thing. The look in his eyes is different this time. He has no fight lined up, though. I'm much more a fan of Shakur, but Tank resume is best. Isn't But Tank's resume is the best. Well, better than Shakur's, but Ness blocks his chat. Thumbs down. What do you mean blocks his chat? Tank couldn't steal my purse. He's a midget. He's probably taller than you. How tall are you, Lisa? Tank's like 5'5", right? What's the best match you watched in-house? Like at the fight? Shit, I've been to some. How old are you, Oval? How old are you? Let me ask you that first. Because it'll matter if you'll really understand how dope these fights are that I was at in person that I'm about to tell you. I'm talking about Bivol, Marco. Kyle, a good dude. He needs a wrench. You know what? He does. I'm with that. He's getting the wrench. Boom. Anybody who super chats gets a wrench. Fuck it. You've been anointed the wrench, Kyle. 51. Good. Okay. You're 5'6". He's 5'3" in person. Have you met him? Is he really 3 inches shorter than you? Is that true? Okay. I was at, for starters, Michael Moore versus Evander Holyfield 1. Ringside. You could actually see me. You could actually see me in the video, in the HBO broadcast. You see me standing up. I was like 2 or 3 rows back from touching the fucking. You see me standing up talking shit on the HBO broadcast. Michael Moore, Holyfield 1. James Toney. This is the other dope one. I was at James Toney versus.
Y'all must have forgot.
I was at that too. I was at Prince Nassim versus Kevin Kelly. That was crazy. Oval, you probably appreciate all these. It's okay. Those were the big ones. Then I was at, like, I went to see Wilder fight and Tank fight, but those were like the old school ones. What are you making up there? Smells good. Eggs? Mm. All right. Nah, Kyle, you going far now. Roy the GOAT. Hell yeah. Wait, what Kyle say? Appreciate y'all. Roy Jones Jr. is the MNF and GOAT.
Y'all must have forgot.
That's cool, right, Oval? April 22nd, 1994. Yep, absolutely. You could pull up the video and see me. I have hair, and I'm only like 17, but it's me. Me and my cousin the same height. She turned him down at a club in ATL. Oh, he was trying to hit on her? Why? She just wasn't into him? I mean, I can't imagine. Whatever. What's up, Robert? Hell yeah, I'm excited. 0EFS Josh. What up? Man, it must have been wild seeing Roy. I saw Roy also fight, the fight with Bryant Brandon. You remember that one? Where he put on one of the most masterful displays of boxing in history. Hit that motherfucker with like 7 or 8 rapid fire left hooks. That's the one where he went to the ref. Yo, you got to stop this shit. No? All right. Bop, 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 bop. Bing. Remember that one? A short, real stocky, ball head, dark-skinned dude. I was at that too. I got so wild. You know my man Fred who comes in here? I was with Fred. I ripped his shirt because I was like, oh, shit. And I grabbed his shirt and ripped it by mistake. I am live every day, twice a day, Oval. Can you subscribe, please, if you haven't? I'm live at 2 p.m. Eastern and 10 p.m. Eastern every day. So please subscribe. Yup, Bryant Brandon fight. That's the one I was at as well. Hell yeah. I'll tell you one thing. The Kevin Kelly versus Prince Nassim fight was nuts. I was sitting great seats. I was sitting next to one of Prince Nassim's brothers. He has like 7 of them. And half of the fucking at Madison Square Garden was filled with Brits. The other half was like us New York dudes. Now, I was going for Prince, even though Kevin Kelly's from Flushing, where my father's from. I used to work. Matter of fact, I trained in Kevin Kelly's gym a few times. Those of you from New York, it was the Flushing PAL, Police Athletic League. That was his home gym. I remember going there a couple times. He was there while I was training. But every time one guy would drop, it was like that scene in Harlem Nights. Do you remember when the black and the white fighter fought, and when the black guy would go down, all the white people would stand up, and then vice versa, all the black people would stand up? That's how it was at this fight. All the Brits would rise when Kevin Kelly hit the ground. all us New Yorkers would rise when Prince hit the ground. It was like woof, woof, woof. It's like a fucking seesaw of energy. It was crazy. His lease, oh boy, let's not do that. Ray trained my bro growing up. Oh, Roy, excuse me. Trained my bro growing up and does from time to time. Who's your bro? Your literal brother? I have. That's up because I'm retired, huh? Hit the like button, helps with the visibility of the show. That's what Ness always says, which is true. March 7th. I don't know how that message got messed up. My bad. All right. Devin Crushing, a good friend of mine. Devin Cushing. Okay. I went to see Tank versus Rolly live. I went to see one of Shakur's fights in Jersey against, I forget who it was. I went to see Wilder versus King Kong Ortiz. I was at that live. That energy was dope because you remember the round right before Wilder knocks him out. King Kong had Wilder almost out in the corner, and then in the ref, there was an argument. The ref could have stopped that, but he didn't. And then Wilder came out the next round and fucking slept him. So I was at that too. There must be some others. I'm not remembering. I'll be saying ringside of the fights with free YouTube. Yeah. What was Roy's most impressive performance? If you wanted to convert some, there's so many, man. So many. I mean, Vinny Pazienza stands out. That was unbelievable. But a bunch of them. Percy, what's the dude's name? I put a video out of it. Tall dude so many. Brian Brandon one was wild. Where are you from, Oval Office? He's only got a few pro fights, but he's okay. I was at the Wilder fight too, in the third row behind Wilder going, shit, that might have been you and me. There's this dude behind me, like I didn't even know. That's how dope the energy was. Me and him turn around with fucking high five. So that's how dope you were, just like, oh, you saw that shit. Just people you don't even know. That's how the energy was. Percy Harris, thank you. Yeah, that fight is something. I did a video on that. I think I called it like when Roy was king or something. Yeah, Wilder versus Fury 2 was dope. Surprise. Nobody thought Fury would take him out like that. Not many drop Sosa. Murky Sosa, yup. Roy to this day says Murky Sosa is the hardest puncher he's ever been in against. That's what Roy tells me. Cushing. Yeah, me too. I'm with you. Were you... All right, Vaughn. Maybe I'll have CJ block you for saying that shit. North Carolina. Who's my favorite fighter? You have the balls to come in my room and ask me who's my favorite. My favorite fighter is the greatest fighter who ever lived, literally, without even a doubt, far and up and above, the cream of the crop above any other fighter, visually, career-wise. Only his prime, though, and that is the man, the myth, the legend.
Y'all must have forgot.
In case you didn't hear it, my man, my North Carolina brother.
Y'all must have forgot.
That's who. Come on now. Don't make me... What happened? We went from 40 to 24 again. Haha, it's like that, except fans. Okay. That's an unwrenchable offense. Okay. Kyle, I'm glad you saw it as well. The reference to Bivol. For those who didn't see it, check it out. It was like, I'm going to come. And if there's no consequences, let's get the... What are you talking about, Calvin? I'm confused. I must have missed it. Ali. Joe, you're not going to like this. I could tell because I think you're older too, right? Older than me. I believe Ali was overrated. I also believe Jay-Z is overrated, but let's stick to boxing. I believe Muhammad Ali is overrated. Now, let me explain, though, before you lose your shit. As a humanitarian, as a person, as a human being, as somebody with charisma, as a leader of the civil rights movement, of all that, greatest ever. Greatest ever, most charismatic athlete ever. But just simply his skills in the ring and his achievements in the ring, I think he's over. I would never put him number one of all time. But people, and I guarantee you ask people who put Ali as the greatest, they're not looking at just his boxing. They're not looking at what happens within those ropes. They look at everything as a whole. You look at everything, if that's your criteria, then yes, I agree with you. But if you look at just straight boxing, no. She knows. She knows. And matter of fact, thanks for the bounce pass.
Y'all must have forgot.
He's talking about the Bivol interview on Sky. Oh, what did he say in the interview? Anything interesting? Bivol looks very motivated. He's ready to go. You could see it on his face. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But Beterbiev's no joke either. That motherfucker's sitting there mumbling Islamic prayers. Like, look at him. He's just mumbling Islamic prayers the whole time. Like he's just fucking amping himself up to damage. Two of the biggest upsets in history belong to Ali. Two of the biggest upsets in history belong to Ali. You mean Sonny Liston and George Foreman? Yeah. Your criteria is upsets? See? There you go. My criteria is dominance. Wouldn't it stand to reason that somebody who nobody would think would lose and doesn't is a greater fighter? Ah. You're telling me that somebody who arguably lost 3 fucking fights to the same person, to Ken Norton. 3. Ken Norton. And there's a whole bunch of other losses he had in his prime. You telling me that person is put above Roy, who in his prime never even came close to losing? And don't even come at me with that bullshit disqualification that he avenged with a knockout in the next fight. Come on. Come on. I only discovered you maybe 3 weeks ago. To me and those two also. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you're following. Just subscribe now. Marco, Bivol made it clear of his demeanor that he is on the mission of his life. Ooh, I like that. I don't know. Ali Liston 1. Don't see any heavyweight beat in that version. I'm with you. But we're talking greatest of all time, pound for pound. But I'm with you. That Ali is hard to beat. No tutti frutti, but I could never be as passionate about a fighter as Tyson. Me too. But Tyson, and let me say this too. Tyson's career, overrated. Tyson Ali are very overrated. Tyson might be the most overrated. I have people putting him in their greatest of all time list. I'm like, what? Nah, I don't have Lennox number 1, but he's up there. He's probably 2 or 3. 3. Joe Louis. You can't beat Joe Louis Barrow. Can't beat him. Larry Holmes. Then probably Lennox. You could argue Rocky Marciano too. And I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you're thinking. But, Rocky belongs there.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass.
But that's what it is. Bivol versus Beterbiev is going to be I know, it's going to be boring, Lisa. At least chin, speed, heart, jab, who we fought. Chin was amazing. Speed was good. Very good. Heart was amazing. Jab was one of the best. With you. Tyson had faster hands. Literally, Tyson had faster hands. And Tyson actually outweighed Ali. Tyson's in his prime was about 220, 225. Ali was about 215 when he was in shape. Tyson had faster hands. Way faster hands. And hit harder. Facts I see Beterbiev mumbling. All the time. Lennox could be. But then you have people, it's all, boxing is subjective. It's all your criteria. Oh, he got knocked out. Ali would never get knocked out like that. Okay, well, if that's what your criteria is, fine. Mike Tyson getting upset was bigger. Hell yeah. It was bigger. He said one of the greatest upsets of all time. And Ali's was one of them. I'm 50 years old, and I watched Roy from the beginning, and I will argue with anybody that he is the GOAT of his generation, period, to the end. That's because you are a smart man.
Y'all must have forgot.
What about Tyson? Overrated. I already said that. Let me go down here. I'm missing some of you guys' things. Prayers out of the voodoo doll. I know. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I feel like he has a voodoo doll. He's like, blah, 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 like stabbing it with needles. When Lennox got flatlined, he stayed down. Holmes got up. Well, he tried to get up. No, you're wrong, Joe. Joe, you're absolutely wrong. People argue that the stoppage was too soon against McCall, for sure. And Hasim's, that was, he didn't stay down. He got up, but he was wobbling everywhere. But again, if that's your criteria, But Holmes is up there. I got Holmes over Ali. I got Holmes over Lennox. So, you know, we're arguing the same thing here. Didn't Mike have all the belts? Mike was undisputed, yeah. Mike was the first person to undispute all of the heavyweight belts, I believe. Once you had all three in the 3-belt era. I believe he's the first heavyweight, that is. Tyson had faster hands on the inside. No. What? You kidding, Franklin? Have you ever seen Mike's punches? He threw what? Come on. Tyson's were wide. Ali's were wide and looping. They weren't as fast. Speed just means if you have one of those baseball pitch timers, you hit it, and how long it takes from the punch from its resting point to hit the target. Tyson's is faster, and he threw way more. Nah, you can't. Nah. Okay, you might get blocked hoops. Nah, but Ray Leonard is up there. Ray Leonard's one of the few people that is within the realm of Roy's hand speed. Roy threw faster than Ray, and Roy outweighed him by like 30 pounds. You're overrated. Mike is immortal. I'm overrated? Okay. I wish I was overrated. That'd be making more money. We'll see about the Kyle, whatever. Okay. You tripping. Faster hands in every capacity. Yeah, he is tripping. Ali was fast, though. Patterson was faster than Ali. Patterson was fast, but you know who? Nah, you know who was? Do you know who was actually arguably not faster than Mike, but faster than Ali? You know who it was? I'll show you right now. This is who arguably had faster hands. I think was faster than Ali. Watch this. You telling me Ali threw faster than this? Because he fucking didn't. No way.
The fastest hands in heavyweight history, Michael Dokes. The 6'3", 220-pound Dokes threw cowhide with welterweight speed. The Ohio native shattered the heavyweight mold of only throwing 1-2. He beautifully rapid-fired left hooks like Rambo squeezing off an Uzi. Michael's right hand would also repeatedly hit the airways like reruns of Seinfeld. Dokes pumped out more combinations than Masterlock, which helped him go 26-0 at the beginning of his career and capture the heavyweight strap in 1982. The Akron native caught more dudes than Matlock with counters and Rolex precision timing. Speed is power, as Michael sported 34 knockouts throughout his career. The 1976 Golden Glove champ swole up more kidneys than hepatitis B with his crippling body shots. His sledgehammers upstairs also broke more mugs than a clumsy IHOP waitress, leaving dudes' bodies limp like Weekend at Bernie's before they crash to the ground like a freshly cut redwood. Dynamite Dokes threw combinations with more creativity than Picasso, combining the grace of a ballet dancer with the veracity of Jaws. Michael's speed was on display early in his career in an exhibition against Muhammad Ali. This fight birthed Ali's most famous defensive sequence. However, Dokes received props worldwide after this fight for his phenomenal speed.
All right. So he actually fought Ali, and his hands were way faster. It was an exhibition. But come on, Dokes has, next to Tyson, it's Dokes. I believe it's Dokes. His hands were crazy. Look, Chris Bird had really fast hands, but Chris Bird wasn't a true heavyweight. But Chris Bird's up there too. Spent 10 years in jail now and lived out. Yeah, I know. Akron, baby. I could play the my Chris Bird video. His shits were, fast. Let me play it real quick. Chris Bird. What do you think? I'm going to ask you guys. Who do you think had faster hands? Chris Bird or Dokes? Because you just saw the Dokes one. Let's see the Chris Bird one. Where is it? This one was wild.
slickest heavyweight boxer in history. 1997, the heavier Jimmy Thunder bum rushes Chris Bird like he was looting a Walmart during the LA riots. Seconds in, Bird slips and clips Thunder with an original recipe two-piece that's so hot it burns the top of his mouth. Jimmy gets up and continues bulldozing forward, but finds himself missing and being spun around like he's on Dancing with the Stars. The New Zealand native manages to land a flush shot, but Bird's knuckles instantly respond like an AOL email bouncing back. Chris feeds Thunder with a steady diet of straight punches while disappearing on him like Susan Storm. The Olympic medalist calculates his distance better than an odometer, spray painting Jimmy's grill like he's bombing the A-train. Thunder keeps barreling forward, trying to overpower the Olympic silver medalist. But Chris remains agile as a middleweight as he sprays Jimmy's cabbage like an AK-47. Going up in weight, Bird keeps the speed of a cheetah and adds the durability of a bear. As Chris doesn't even flinch after Thunder nails him flush in round 7.
Now watch at the end sequence, watch the speed. It looks literally like somebody's holding the fast forward button when he stops and watch.
Initiates the spring in his waist like Inspector Gadget, which gasses Thunder out. Chris then pounces like a lion going after an injured gazelle and proceeds to beat Thunder like someone held down the fast forward button, landing a lightning storm 35 punch unanswered combination that forces the ref to stop the fight.
I mean, so who was faster? Dokes or Bird? I actually think Dokes might have been faster. What do you guys think? You think Dokes? Patterson? Maybe. Patterson was a middleweight, I believe, as an amateur, right? Didn't he win a gold medal as a middleweight? He was a small dude. You guys want to see something cool? Joe, you're going to like this. Joe, I don't know if you know, but I used to be trained by Kevin Rooney, who was obviously trained by Customato, who was Floyd Patterson's trainer. Here, let me show you guys something. Oh, wait. Here. This is a picture from 1993. Look at that. Who's that? Who's that, people? Who that? Who's that kid? Who's it? That's me. I was a light heavyweight there. That's when I was being trained by Kevin Rooney. I was 178 pounds, 5'11". Look at that. How cool is that? That's funny, Surly. No, not Red Fox. Yep, there he is. Me and Floyd. So I thought you'd get a kick out of that, Joe. I was in Kevin Rooney's gym. I only met Floyd like twice. He would come up there still, because that was his old gym. Leave my hair alone, man. What you want from me? What you want from me? Here, I'll show you guys something else. Let's see. This the images. Oh, I don't know where the fuck it is. You have any videos of you fighting? Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Rico Suave and Floyd Patterson were friends. That's funny. You know who Rico Suave is? Rico Suave, by the way, you talking about the guy Gerardo? Back when you were smoking Black and Milds. I don't know what that means. Were those cigarettes? You were out. That snack? You look like you were bad and used to be. I was. I'm from Hell's Kitchen, Lisa. Damn, you can see that in my face. I was an angry kid. You saw that in my face, right? I was an angry kid. Here, check this out. I think you guys have seen this before. I believe. Let me see. Hold on. Where's that? This is me right after. Oh, here it is. Is this it? Wait, here it is. This is me literally right after I left Kevin Rooney. I am 19 here, I believe. So you guys see the clear Kevin Rooney style, right? Where I'm keeping my hands high, I'm ducking, going under.
Wow. Ouch.
All right. You're faster now. Thank you. I see. Then I was focusing more on power. That was more like coming in, got every shot. Now I slowly Roy started getting big right at that time. Roy Jones. So I started kind of, oh, I like that style better. So I kind of switched up. Bag don't hit back. I'm aware of that. Thank you. They should make one that does though. Make a lot of money. Oval offers Marco an amateur pro. Oval, I believe, is either no. He's just joking. He's cool actually. You still have that exact same stance too. Oh, what you mean? What you mean stance? The way I stand when I'm not fighting or when I fight? What you mean? I don't know, Lisa. It wasn't a heavy bag. I don't know. Probably like 70, 80 pounds, something like that. I don't know. Thanks. Young Marco, word up. Word up. And then, so here, let me show you guys this. Where is it? Here, look at this. This is funny. That was 23-year-old me. This is there another one? Go back. I'm trying to find bag. I'm trying to find another good one, but I can't. There's one from like 05 or 6, but whatever. Tell Joe Frazier that he lost sight in his eye from the speed bag. Damn. Nah, I ain't fighting no damn Troy. Marco would smoke Troy. Troy doesn't fight anymore. Beating that bag like I'm collecting gambling debt. Anyway, all right, peoples, I'm going to bounce. I will be back tonight, 10 p.m. Appreciate you guys. Peace.